Well, we'd like to welcome our most recent PGA Tour winner, Camilo Villegas, to the interview room here at the RSM Classic. Camilo, what a 2 weeks it's been. First, your runner-up at the Worldwide Technology Championship, and then your first PGA Tour win in more than 9 years. What's the last 2 weeks been like, and have you had a chance to really reflect?
Yeah, that's an understatement, obviously. What those 2 weeks were very special. Very happy to be here. It's been a while since I get called to do a little media day or media before the tournament. It's been a journey. Life is a journey, and it goes up and down. Pretty interesting. It's hard to start. It's hard to kind of go back to that Colombian kid that came here with a dream and played college golf at the University of Florida and played the Korn Ferry in 2005, and then everything gets started on tour so great, and playing in Augusta my second year on tour, and winning a couple FedEx Cup playoffs in 2008. I mean, yeah, you would think that that kid was on top of the world, and I was feeling pretty good from a performance point of view. But I look at where I am right now and everything that has happened, and I truly believe I'm a better person. Maybe the results haven't been there, but this journey has been pretty interesting. And to lose my card, to go through an injury, to lose my daughter, to create Mia's miracles, to go back to the Korn Ferry, to keep grinding, to have doubts, to have fears, to have tears, have smiles, all of the above. I mean, it's just you never know where life goes. And but I said it last week, with all those things and all those doubts and all the ups and downs, I never stop waking up early, 5:30 in the morning to do what I like to do, because in all honesty, the really cool thing about the last 2 weeks is not so much the results of the last 2 weeks, but the process and what's been behind those results. And as much as I am enjoying sitting here and reflecting on my win and the energy that I have received from the world of golf, the world of non-golf, trust me, it's unbelievable. I mean, I had 900 messages on my phone. I'm going to get to all of them sometime. But, yeah, once again, it's that process. It's enjoying the fact that I want to get better every morning. A lot of people ask me what I was doing going back to the Korn Ferry Tour, and I said, listen, I want to play golf on the PGA Tour, and the Korn Ferry Tour is what's going to get me to the PGA Tour. And I had a chance to play the Korn Ferry Tour in 2005, and that's what got me to the PGA Tour, so that's where I need to be. And I enjoy this year there, being with the younger guys and different places, different courses, and then I missed my card on the Korn Ferry Tour because I was doing a lot of swing changes and stuff, and they weren't kicking in. And kept trusting my instructor. He told me it was going to take a long time, and it did, but here we are. So I'm getting along with this answer and the story and everything, but it's special. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of those early mornings. I'm proud of my wife. I'm proud of Mia's miracles. I'm proud of Mia, how she battled for those 5 months, for the energy she gives us, and I'm proud of the journey of life. It's just fun. Trust me, the PGA Tour has been so much for me, and this is where I wanted to be again. This is where we are. What's to come, who knows? Like I said, life goes in circles, but I'm going to continue to do the same thing. I'm going to continue to wake up in the morning. I'm going to continue to give it my best, treat people the right way, and I think when you do that, you can see how happy people get when you get results. And it's been unbelievable being here this week. All my peers just coming, giving me a hug, telling me how they were watching, how they were pulling for me. So we'll do it all over again. We start from zero tomorrow.
In addition to the win, you won the weekly RSM Birdies for Love last week, which comes with a $50,000 donation. I assume you're making to me as miracles. How much are you aware of that, and was that on your mind?
It was. You know, the RSM Birdies for Love has been a very special program for us. It's touched us personally, direct, and it's touched those that are benefited by me as miracles. And when this program started, there's been a few players that have won the weekly and then not the overall. Patrick Rogers finished second last year in the overall, and they've donated to me as miracles. They've been kind enough. They know the work that my wife is doing and the team, just to provide smiles to those in need, and I'm very grateful for that. So, very interestingly, yesterday I was supposed to tee it up on second state of Q School, so I wasn't going to be able to be here. But my wife was going to be here Monday night. She was going to do a little event. She was going to speak about our foundation, and she was going to tell the story of how RSM Birdies for Love has impacted and benefited our foundation and the people that we help. Things change in Mexico after I moved up to 147 in the FedEx Cup points list. I didn't have to go to second state of Q School. I called Todd Thompson, the tournament director here, and he could tell you the story. I called him and I said, Todd, no bullshit. I'm calling you because I don't want to be there. I need to be there. So I don't know how your sponsor exemptions are looking, but I don't know what you're going to do, but I need to be there. And he was laughing. He said, I'll call you tomorrow. I figure you're going to call me. Long story short, next day he very quickly confirmed a spot for me. And then happens what happened last week. So I guess I kept going from now being in the field to being a sponsor invite to being in the field as a champion from the previous 2 years. That's pretty cool. So our charter gets delayed. We finally land in Jax after a long day, hop on the car, and I'm rushing to get to the cloisters to attend the RSM Birdies for Love kind of reception. My wife is there waiting for me, and even though I got a little bit late and probably with the wrong attire from getting off the plane, it was pretty cool. It was cool to share our story. It was very nice to see what this program has done, how much money they've donated. I mean, they've raised over $5 million only with that program. And again, to RSM, to the world of golf, to the PGA Tour, to this country. I mean, this country is unbelievable when it comes to charity. And we've had a chance to experience it and live it ourselves. And we'll continue to open our hearts to help others to grow, to partner with hopefully RSM and this Birdies for Love program, and keep bringing smiles.
Excellent. With that, we'll open up to questions. We're going to start over here on the left with Cam Morford at PGAtour.com.
Camilo, when you won, you were surrounded by people with champagne, and they were spraying you. And I sort of knew who one or two of them were, but I was wondering if you could give a quick rundown of who were those people, and also what have they meant to your comeback?
You know, it's pretty cool. It's a little, our Latin culture and the energy and everything maybe celebrates a little bit different than the American culture, and I got a chance to be there in Puerto Rico when Nico Chavarria, this other kid from Colombia, from Campestre, Medellin, same place where we grew up, very close families. When he won, he's looked at me as an example, which is cool. I've had a chance to spend some time with him and kind of try to help him. Great talent, great player, and when he won, it was very cool to be there. And I was a little hesitant to just run on the green and just completely spray him, but anyway, we did it. We had fun with it, and I guess it was his time. It was nice to see him there, to have him there. When they run on the green, I'm just looking up in the sky, and I'm just enjoying the moment. It was mainly the Latin guys, the Latin caddies, and it was good energy, man. We hang around, we help each other, and that same night, Sunday, I went to dinner with couple Latin players, some of the caddies, and we had a good time. So what does it mean? It means good energy. It means camaraderie. It means kind of Latin culture, and it means that we're here for each other.
All right, we're going to go right up front to Kathy. We'll get you a mic.
Camilo, I happened to accidentally catch you doing a co-anchor deal on a Golf Channel, I think it was, and I was completely impressed with the way you presented yourself and the way you spoke and how you did the whole thing. And I thought, okay, I haven't seen him playing a lot of great golf lately, so maybe he's making a career transition. Is that something you are interested in doing, or?
It was a very interesting week. I'll tell you the story of how that happened, and this is true. So we're doing I see Todd there, so he's laughing. Had a chance to spend time with him and his team that week at Wyndham. It was pretty special. I learned a lot, but this is how it all started. So I have my Mia's Miracles first tournament last year. Todd was very gracious to send us some flags of the major champions to auction, and then Steve Sands was there to help us MC. I've known Steve for many years, and I'm never going to forget. Well, I mean, I'm on the 9th fairway. Steve shows up on another cart. I'm with my wife, and we start talking, and then he looks at me and he says, "Hey, by the way, your name has come up on the Golf Channel a few times. Do you want to be in the booth one week?" And I told him to F off. Literally like that. I said, I'm like, man, I'm not ready. I want to play. I just like, and it's, my reaction was because, yes, I'm 41. Yes, I had been playing terrible golf. Yes, you don't know where you're heading, but I enjoy playing. I enjoy trying to get better, and I wasn't ready for that. I called him that same night, and I said, "Steve, you know what? Obviously, I told you that because I know you. You're my friend, and I could use that language with you. But I'm actually very gracious of the comment. It's an honor for me that you guys are thinking about me. I mean, English is not even my first language, and it's probably because you guys have seen how I've handled my career and how I've gone about business that you believe that maybe I could do a good job. So it's actually an honor, but I'm still not ready for that." So then we go to my agent, Clark Jones, and he goes, "Listen, bud, I'm not here to close doors. If you really want me to close this door, I will, but if not, you need to give us a week. Just pick the week next year. I'll try to arrange." So I picked Wyndham, last regular season event of the year, place where I have great memories, where I won in 2014. Golf course that I really know, a week that I knew there was going to be a lot to talk, which made it easier but harder. And we jump in the booth. I jump in the booth that first day. Producer goes, "Okay, how about we do a little rehearsal, 40-second opening?" And holy crap, did I get nervous. And this is true. I mean, I was scared. And we survived that first day. It wasn't my best effort. But I also have to say that everybody that I asked for advice, they kept telling me, "Just be yourself. Be yourself. Sit there, be yourself." And then when I was getting ready to start, I go, "Shit, what does be yourself mean? I know that, but there's got to be an order to all this stuff. There's got to be rules, the do's and don'ts, and all this." And I felt like I was maybe a little bit in the wrong place. But after the first day, a good friend that has done ESPN Spanish for many years, and then the producer and my colleagues and Steve and everybody just gave me some pointers. Second day, I felt a lot better. Third day, I felt even better. I stayed afterwards after the early show to watch the big boys, how they run the show, and it was pretty cool to see the other crew doing what they know how to do, and I learned a lot. I really enjoyed it. The comments were great. Nobody's going to look at you in the face and say, "Hey, listen, you sucked. It was terrible." but I got a lot of great comments, and yes, it kind of stayed in my mind. I said maybe we open a door there. So, but I want to play golf, and I guess no. I'm not ready for both. Hopefully, we open a door for the future. It was interesting. I really enjoy hanging with the crew and learning new things. But I think what happened the last couple of weeks, I feel like I am where I belonged. I feel like I am where all my work has kind of put me, and it's time to spend time with the big boys on the PGA Tour again.
Well, if you ever change your mind, really and truly, usually people don't present themselves as well as you did. I just thought it was worth telling you what a great job you did.
Thank you so much.
That's not your first career choice.
Thank you so much.
Gary.
Thanks for this morning. You've been tremendous. You've almost covered every question we could ask. Could you just compare when you first broke through in Phoenix years ago as a rookie, your golf game then to how it is now? Pros, what's better then, what's better now? How it has evolved?
That's a great question. I was doing something with a Colombian in a Colombian interview this morning, and they asked me the same question. And it's something you constantly think as a golfer, as a human being. You want to go back to those good moments, and you want to replicate what was going on. But after analyzing the situation many times, I think it's a little tricky, and it can be a little bit dangerous to look at it that way, because life is evolving. As human beings, we're evolving, and we're always different. So to try to be the same guy that you were is tricky. You have different information, you're older, you have different experiences in you. So it's really hard to go back. And when I finally accepted that Camilo Villegas was not the 20-something-year-old that won 2 FedEx Cup playoffs in 2008, but he's the Camilo Villegas of 38, 40, 41 years old, and is dealing with the information and the experiences he has, that's when I decided not to look back so much, but just to stay in the present and see what I could work with. And it's been very helpful. Of course we're different. I mean, just look at the pictures from 2008. Long hair, 20-something-year-old wearing pink pants. Now my outfits are completely different. I'm a dad. Man, so many bumps, but so many great things. They were asking me this morning also about. It was actually pretty cool. They said, hey, well, people look at your life and they say, man, what a tough life, and everything you guys have had to go through as a family, as in the personal, as an injury, as a golfer, playing on the PGA Tour, being the top 10 in the world, going to losing your card, all this stuff. That's got to be pretty tough. And I started thinking about that question, and it wasn't resonating what they were telling me, because to be honest, with everything that has happened, that's just life. That's how life goes. And I'm so fortunate. I mean, I'm so fortunate to have the life I have. This kid coming from Colombia, going to the University of Florida, accomplishing their dreams, playing on the PGA Tour. And then, yes, there were bumps, but that's life. And yes, I wish my little one was here with us, but she's not. And she's truly in a better place after a long battle that she wasn't going to win. So I accepted that too, and we keep going. We turned that tragedy into something very positive, and I mean, my wife reads me messages from people we help at Mia's Miracles every week, and and I go, man, if Mia was here, we wouldn't be able to do this. So you turn it around, and my life has been great, with the ups, with the downs. I accept it. Obviously, it's better when you're playing good. It's better when you're playing on the PGA Tour, when you're winning golf tournaments where you don't have to deal with those family situations and personal situations. But hey, be ready, because you never know when things turn around, for good, for bad, and we'll keep going.
We've got time for one last more, so we're going to go over to Adam.
Camilo, you also needed a sponsor invite to get into Cabo, and when you're 223 in the FedEx and you haven't had a top 10 since 2021, where does that self-belief come to just make that phone call?
Joe, the tournament director in the Worldwide Technologies, and its crew, Taylor Ives, and man, all their team, they've been unbelievable with me. That's one thing I've always strived for, to just create good relationships with those that run tournaments with the sponsors, because I know how much goes behind 1 week. It's very easy for us to just show up to the event, pack our locker, unpack our locker, go to the next one. But you got to realize that there's a huge group of people working for that 1 week a year to happen, to provide a platform for us to just do what we do for a living, to play for millions of dollars, and to have the opportunity to do what we do. So I stay in close contact with Joe and the Worldwide Technologies team and all those guys, and they know how much I enjoyed when we were playing in Mayakoba, and I would go to the prom dinner, and I would always be available to help them with anything I could help to make the tournament better. So when I called Joe again, I said, "Listen, man, I see you have a bunch of spots. You're going to a new place. I know I hear good things, and I'm always going to call you if there's, and I'm not going to push you too. I mean, if there's a spot for me, just let me know. I'm not going to be bugging you." And then he called me and said, "We're going to have you." So that's kind of the way it goes. It wasn't a tough call to do, but yes, you get tired of asking for opportunities and spots and sponsor exemptions, but that's another area where I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for all those tournament directors that have been that understand my situation, that know how much I want to be out here, and then that provide me opportunities to play when I'm not in the fields.
Camilo, thank you so much for your time. Good luck this week.
Thank you.